Eating foods that moderate blood sugar and improve insulin sensitivity will lead to better health for you. To begin, it's important to remember that maintaining a physically active lifestyle is critical to maintaining a healthy insulin response. Lack of physical activity is a significant risk factor for diabetes. Before we continue, we want to remind you that you can download our free ebook, How to Control Diabetes. Check out the download link in the description below. Here are some foods that can improve insulin sensitivity, which in turn makes it easier to maintain healthy blood sugar levels. Number 1. Avocado. Avocado contains a powerful dose of healthy fat, fiber, and antioxidants that can improve insulin sensitivity. Topping high-carb foods like toast with avocado will lower the insulin response by slowing digestion and moderating the rise in blood sugar. Avocado consumption may also promote metabolic health. For example, including a half an avocado at lunch has been shown to reduce appetite and include satiety so that people eat less at subsequent meals. Number 2. Green tea. Green tea and yerba mate are known as nutrient practitioners, meaning they improve insulin signaling to lean tissue cells so that energy is less likely to get stored as body fat. For example, when green tea was consumed in addition to bread, glucose and insulin were lower than when subjects ate bread by itself. Number 3. Salmon. Salmon and other fatty fish, such as mackerel, supply the omega-3 fats EPAs and DHA that improve the health of cells so that insulin can more easily bind with receptors. This means less insulin needs to be released from the pancreas to maintain blood sugar in a healthy range. Number 4. Cinnamon. Cinnamon and other spices, such as fenugreek and turmeric, can mimic insulin, which means that less insulin needs to be released from the pancreas in order to regulate blood sugar. Cinnamon helps glucose get into cells to be burned for energy, making it a great spice to sprinkle on higher carb foods like sweet potatoes or oatmeal. Number 5. Blueberries. Antioxidants in blueberries have been shown to increase insulin sensitivity, potentially through reducing inflammation. According to the results of a recent study, obese and insulin-resistant participants who consumed blueberry smoothies for 6 weeks saw significant improvements in insulin sensitivity. In order to avoid gaining weight during the trial, the volunteers omitted other meals from their diet to compensate for the smoothie's high calorie content. Number 6. Leafy greens. Similar to blueberries, leafy greens, including kale, collards, arugula, and chard, are packed with antioxidants that will reduce the glycemic response to higher carb foods. Rainbow chard is particularly effective and is known as an anti-diabetic food in Turkey. Including a serving of leafy greens at every meal can improve insulin sensitivity and lower your diabetes risk. Number 7. Probiotic foods. Supplementing with probiotics that contain beneficial bacteria has been shown to moderate blood sugar and lower the insulin release of high-carb meals. Foods that contain beneficial bacteria, such as pickled vegetables like sauerkraut, kimchi, and fermented dairy like cheese, yogurt, kefir, will likely have a similar effect. Number 8. Almonds and other nuts. Nuts contain fiber and antioxidants that help sensitize your cells to insulin. For example, one study of volunteers at risk of heart disease found that when they supplemented their diets with almonds, they had a significant reduction in 24-hour insulin levels compared to when they consumed a whole wheat muffin. Walnuts have also been found to improve insulin sensitivity, and scientists speculate that other tree nuts will have a similar protective effect against metabolic problems. Number 9. Vinegar. Vinegar improves pancreatic function so that your body releases less insulin in response to the carbs you eat. This is useful because when you eat high glycemic carbs, such as bread, cookies, or fruit juice, the pancreas tends to overestimate the amount of insulin needed, releasing too much, which is associated with inflammation and blood sugar imbalances. Number 10. Lentils and legumes. Lentils and legumes are rich in fiber, antioxidants, and contain a decent amount of protein for a plant-based food. This combination makes them effective for improving insulin sensitivity and lowering glucose levels when they are regularly consumed as part of the diet. Researchers note that substituting legumes for higher carb foods can have a powerful effect on lowering diabetes risk and improving insulin health. Consider trying some of the suggestions in this video to help increase your insulin sensitivity and lower your risk of disease. But be sure to talk with a healthcare professional first before adding supplements to your treatment regimen.